75 years ago, Pittsburgh wrote the book on civil leadership and public-private partnership driving 2 generations of regional transformation. Today, we're on the eve of our next 75, and we're inviting today's and tomorrow's leaders to gather for a future-focused summit, June 27th in downtown Pittsburgh. It's free, but you do have to register to get an invitation. Visit ournext75.org to find out more. Our Next 75 is an initiative of the Allegheny Conference. ournext75.org. Party the midnight summer away with fairies, druids, and all things mystical at the Mattress Factory's 2019 Urban Garden Party, Solstice, on Friday, June 21st. Feast and imbibe with some of the city's best restaurants and bars. Hit the dance floor with music by Beauty Slap, Bad Custer, and DJ Samuel Andres, and bid on one-of-a-kind works at the art auction. Tickets are on sale now at mattress.org.
All right, you're asking for it, so here it is.
Epicast.
Listen to this.
I want you fucking laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing.
All right. Welcome to the 213th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Wilt Chamberlain episode because we be putting up numbers. If you remember a while ago, I think 113 was Kurt Warner because we were the new guys on the block who stormed the scene and won championships. But now we just consistently putting up Hall of Fame numbers, man. That's what we do here. I'm half of your hosting. Yeah, there we go. I'm half of your hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. 213 episodes we've been asking y'all, man, and we will continue to ask you. Please hop on iTunes, rate and review. That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that's how we continue to do well, man. So please hop on iTunes, hop on Facebook, rate and review.
Listen, you love us. You see us in public. You tell us that you love us. Now, at the click of a button, please tell the internet. Please tell the world. Tell everybody. Let people know that this is not the podcast you want to scroll by. Find your favorite guest. Find something you're interested in. We're going to talk shit. Somebody's going to offend you, and you'll be all right because you can tell us on the internet, and we won't give a damn. We're just going to say it again next episode.
It is not safe for work.
And well, I thought we were safe for work. I felt like, because Thomas said not safe for work, and my memory of that cast was like, it was cool.
There was definitely some pussy popping going on. It was
when we got into that trap yoga conversation.
It was safe for work for about 30 of those minutes, but then the liquor kicked in.
Where you working where you listened to a whole hour and a half podcast straight through at the work spot?
Yeah, what job is like what podcast is safe for work?
And then if you are at a job like that, if you're listening to a podcast at work, then does it really matter what the podcast is saying? Like, there's no office where it's like, all right, he's got his podcast on. You just playing that out loud.
Everybody's just listening to that one pod. That sounds annoying as shit. If you're the motherfucker that's putting on the podcast for everybody to listen to, stop doing that shit, man.
You're a dickhead for controlling that shit.
We ain't even that funny, man. Don't everybody want to listen. I mean, this is you fucks with us. That's cool, man. Don't do it all for the whole fucking thing.
Keep us in your cubicle.
Man. Exactly, man.
And the cubicle, you know what I'm saying? Cubicle etiquette is important. Like, understand your space, your boundaries. They put those 3.5 walls up. It's not 4 walls. Put them 3.5 walls up for a reason, man. But as always, in lieu of rates and reviews, this is 213. So we said it 212 times. We're gonna say it once again. In lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Hennessy. Yeah. Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways for starting the trend. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who keeps the trend going. Shout out to everybody who supports. Shout out to everybody who came to the Night of Epic Comedy last night. Shout out to our headliner, Mike James, coming all the way from Tennessee, rocking that shit,
crushing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you want to see us, if you want to bring us some Hennessy, or if you just want to see, some funny content, some funny comedy, the next opportunity will be June 15th down at Arcade Comedy Theater.
Yeah, we got some folks coming up from DC again. You know what I mean?
Chilling.
Last time you were down there in the arcade or whatever, we had a nice little DC crowd. We're going to do that again June 15th. And tickets for that are arcadecomedytheater.com.
And I believe it's our last rotation of the Mindful Brewery residency of sorts. So, Mindful will be slanging some beer samples, but it's, beer samples and BYOB and Ampersand in addition to. Yeah. So you can bring your own. We'll bring some. Bless you.
It's free craft beer. It's samples like quote unquote samples because we gotta legally call these motherfuckers
right because we can't sell them.
Yeah, we can't sell these, but I mean they're healthy samples. Yeah, I mean so you can come in. You can get nice off of them, or if you for whatever reason you don't like beer, you want to bring in wine or a spritzer or some shit like that. That's cool. You know,
I don't
just
trust
don't
the wine
just
bringers.
don't sit up front because we will talk about you.
Wine is a whole ass commitment. You got to bring tools to open it. You in a small space. You got a corkscrew and if you pouring wine into a plastic cup, yo, I don't trust your judgment.
I don't know, man. I don't really drink wine. I mean, if I were to do it, I'd probably just go straight from the bottle.
I drink wine when I try to be sexy with wifey.
Yeah, I mean, it's
try to be sexy with the wine.
I can see that. I can see that little.
That's when you get the tea candles from Rite Aid. Set them all
I was about to say that sounds like a wax moment, like something getting dripped. Like,
but yo, you know, a dude phone just got gone through when he got the candles in the wine.
Got the Jodeci and the pedals. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, you know. But yeah, I mean, come through whatever you're coming through with, and also we doing hurry up, say something funny. The
June 20th.
The June 20th. I mean, if you don't know what that is, that's down at Apis Meadery. It's a free show, so come through on the freebie. But that's where we basically just talk shit about y'all the entire night for the entertainment of you, apparently. So if you don't love yourself, I guess, or maybe you hate the world, or I don't know why you would come to this comedy show to get ripped on, but that's what we'll do down there at Apis Meadery. Hurry up, say something funny. We also encourage you to heckle us. If we're not doing well, man, tell us to get the fuck off the stage. But know that we will clap back. So clap and be clapped is the I guess the overall theme.
Clap and be clapped. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta pause that. Like, I feel like something about I don't want to be clapped. Like, I don't think there's any positive clapping of a man or woman.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know too many women that would be appreciated to be clapped.
I don't think anyone who wants to be clapped in either sense, slang or getting
probably.
So don't clap. Talk shit, and we'll talk shit in return. It is heckling encouraged though, so please come and heckle. If you even had aspirations, maybe if you think you're funny, go ahead try it out from the crowd. I mean, we'll show you if you're funny.
That is the perfect fucking place. All you fucking like would be comics that want to sit up front and then talk back and forth the whole motherfucking time or whatever.
This is your show.
This is your show.
This is your moment,
and you get to do it for free. This is like it's like an open mic for the crowd. You know what I mean?
And the great mead is there too. Like Apis, great atmosphere, great mead. And you got the summertime, so you got the deck.
Speaking of wine, that is the one time where I'm all about the wine. I mean, it's technically wine. I mean, you know, it's like honey wine, but like, man, that shit is like juice.
Yeah,
for real.
Well, it's whatever he wants it to be.
Yeah,
at that moment. So.
Yeah, man, I've had quite a few shits down there. But yeah, make sure you come. Make sure your livers is all good. Get your milk thistle going before you come through. and then we also got another show. What is that?
June 29th.
Yeah. With John Dick Winters.
Last Saturday of the month, we're at Comtra Theater. We got John Dick Winters headlining again. Now, this will be the actual last show where Mindful Brewing, their residency rather, where they're sponsoring the show for this year. We got John Dick Winters headlining. It's free samples, all right, and BYOB and Ampersand in addition to. Same format, different venue, same level of funny, man. So you gotta support. And
contratheater.ticketleap.com.
Let me get my voice together for this next one.
And then last but not least, we got August 10th.
Fresh Beer!
Down at Nova Place, Pittsburgh, PA, man. America's first and only black beer festival, man. Come through. We got 45 local collaborations. That's local brewers paired with black artists, entrepreneurs, politicians to make one-off collaborations for the festival. We also have 30 black brewers coming in from all around the country because representation matters. We also have another 70 to 75 vendors that are going to be on site. 20 black food stations. We got 6 bands, black bands coming in. 4 black DJs. 1 black podcast that's going to be there at the VIP. We got our guest Garrett Oliver in the building. We got Nappy Roots headlining. We got celebrity chefs catering the VIP. I mean, there's going to be. There's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
But it's all positive.
Yeah, it's all good, man. And if you're looking for tickets, that's freshfestbeerfest.com, man. Go and get those.
So luckily for the city, we doing it here. You know what I mean? Like the city's lucky. And luckily for us, episode lucky number 213, we got food and drink here today. So, we get drink all the time, but every now and again somebody bring a spread and we like, all right, so this next episode ain't gonna be worth that. We're gonna have an itis on episode 2 or 2, and I'm happy to do that to them because we got special guests in the building. So we have Steve Sloan from Roundabout, and we have Hootie from Blowfish BBQ in the building. Say what up to the people.
How you guys doing?
Damn, you better.
I got that radio voice.
Yeah.
Nice and deep.
I'm sorry, Steve. I just,
Hey.
he gonna try to do you how they be doing me. He gonna try to out deep you on this. We got to band together, Steve. We got to band together.
So we've been trying to get y'all in the building for quite some time. I mean, Hootie is the most elusive dude on the planet, and Steve, you're just a hard worker, dude. I see you. Only time I've ever seen you is like dropping off a keg and then leaving. That's been, you know what I mean. So it's dope to have you both in here finally. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess give us a little bit. First, we'll start with Hootie. Tell us, where you came from and how'd you got into what you're doing. Because I mean, I grew up with Hootie. I had no fucking clue.
Oh shit!
Like we were the same high school.
Oh, yeah.
I had no fucking clue that.
Hootie, was he the one that's
cooking
in home ec? No, he
Yeah,
didn't take home ec.
I ain't know
Hootie
nothing
was a
about
high
that
school
shit.
dude that
Yeah.
used to make girls dinner.
Low key. Yeah,
I used to
low-key.
hate that dude that had that extra talent. He wrote poems or he cooked well. You're like, bro, we 17. What you bringing it over with candles and shit, and cooking, bro?
I mean, I wasn't cooking then. I was probably sitting in the high school office, getting suspended or something like that.
That's what I remember. I was
But,
like, where the fuck
yeah,
where'd you have time to be cooking and shit?
I mean, you always have to cook for yourself. And that's something my family always taught and instilled in me. The barbecue side, that just came on the necessity of fun. I like to throw parties. I like to entertain. And that's how that came about. As a business, complete mistake. Started doing some competition barbecue. Found out that was way too expensive, way too quick. And started catering. And actually, Bill Larkin, that owns Arsenal Cider House, is the person that kind of got me into this.
Yeah.
There was one day he was throwing the first Arsenal Cider House Fest. I'd only had my smoker for about 3 months. He said, "Come on down, cook for 500 people, and we'll see what happens." It was shit or get off the pot that day.
Yeah, 500 people.
Yeah,
Man.
I was either gonna cook it or say I didn't know how to do it and go home and start drinking myself. So we made it out that day though. Actually, came out with 2 catering jobs in the end of that, and the rest is kind of history since then, and that's 6 years ago.
Man, shout out to the industry, man. The opportunities found, abound with that.
Opportunities and friends that push you to make yourself better. That's the thing. That's all this whole industry. That's what it's based on.
Nice. So Steve, tell us a bit about your background. How do you got into brewing?
Yeah, my first brewing job was 23 years ago. I was out in Hawaii at Kona Brewing Company back when they were independent.
Yeah, so much history.
What are you doing
here?
What are you doing in Hawaii?
You came back here?
Yeah, I've lived in a lot of nice places, New Zealand and California and Colorado, and
Just
actually
wait
left
for the
here
list
once
of breweries that he's
came
worked at.
back
Wait
again.
for the
So
list.
New Zealand, California, Colorado, and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dig my feet in the ground in a city where you can't see the next neighborhood.
Well, that was 20 cities later though for this guy. He's been everywhere.
I can't keep track anymore of them all. But out in Hawaii, I just graduated from school with a master's in chemistry. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I know I didn't want to be stuck in the lab.
Right.
A friend of mine was out there teaching and coaching high school football. So I don't know what to do. I'll come out, join you.
Aren't you
See what's going on?
Aren't you kind of stuck in a lab now? Isn't that what a brew?
Somewhat. I didn't want to point it out to him. It wasn't my place to do it. But he don't have them little, what's the chemistry flutes or the beakers? Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm always making deliveries or down at the beer garden these days.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, out in Hawaii, tried the teaching thing. And the kids ate me alive. I think I only did it for about 6 months. One day went into principal and said,
whole school year.
Yeah, this is like junior high kids.
Damn.
It's longer than I would last, Steve.
Like, hey, have a good Christmas break, man.
This will be the last time you see me. Don't worry about that paper I signed. Hey, I wasn't going to read it.
The kids came back talking shit. Yo, we got Mr. Sloan out of here.
We got him the fuck up out of here.
Substitutes the rest of the year.
Yeah, next teacher came in. They was like, "Do you know about us? We the teacher killers."
Oh, they like from next Friday was like, I don't even know what happened to the last security guard. Fuck, I'm supposed.
So you got the fuck out of teaching.
So basically, yeah, I decided I need to drink the rest of my life heavily. So that's how I got
do
into
that.
brewing.
You could have done
man.
that during being a teacher. You've been drinking. I know. My teachers used to come in a little bit slizzard off that, and you know when the new teacher come in and she still got a little party in her, and she come in on Monday, her eyes be baggy as fuck. You like you was at the. I know. I heard the radio ads. Future was in town on Saturday. You was there, wasn't you?
Well, you didn't know about solo cups till you were 18 years old, at least.
Oh, shit.
What's that solo cup about?
Yo, they might have had the solo cups at the desk, and I ain't even know.
Our basketball coach had one of Woody High.
Woody High, yeah, I'll be hearing. Well, I'm sorry, we keep interrupting your story. It's just so funny. Just so much
That's
shit.
about it. Yeah, from there, I've just been too many places. I think I've worked at a good 13 breweries. Hopefully, this is the last one.
So how does your experience, being in multiple places, do you think that adds to Roundabout? Like, since you've experienced so many different scenes, you've experienced so many different cultures in the United States. Well, I guess Hawaii's still in the United States, but like,
in New Zealand too. Worldly traveling.
New Zealand, like, why New Zealand?
Fuck did you get back to Pittsburgh? You live in New Zealand where all the hops is. So you just came. You was just like, man, fuck all this sun.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I first lived in New Zealand, there weren't that many breweries there, so I couldn't get a job. So I actually worked for a winery in New Zealand for a little bit, just seasonal work.
How do you seasonal work at a winery? Like, were you like distilling or like?
No, just during the
smashing
harvest
grapes?
and the crush. So
Yeah.
most of the work done at wineries happens, within a month time
for
frame.
real?
I wish I would have been a winemaker because then you just don't do shit for 10
They
months
just
out
let
of
it
the year.
age, right?
That's ain't what they ain't tell you about that.
The question, they just let it age for a while. I guess.
Yeah, that makes
not
sense.
producing, because I guess the older the wine is, the more expensive, the better it's supposed to.
I don't know, man. I heard it's all bullshit, but I think the hardest part about owning a winery is being rich and owning land. I think.
Yeah. Well, you could say it about a brewery too. Now you got to.
I think it's
Ain't
a
nobody
little cheaper to own
a lot of
brewery
people
than
ain't leasing them motherfuckers.
Like
you gotta
a
get the
vineyard.
building. You gotta get the building.
You
And you gotta get the
yeah.
equipment.
Yeah. But you can lease a building. You ain't about to lease acres of land to grow fucking grapes on. That's a whole nother. You just gotta. That's just old money right there. Or a lottery ticket.
Uncle Sam still wants his money.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah. Either way. So
you're part time at a vineyard, at a winery.
Yeah, that was, just again, seasonal work. Once that wrapped up, we kind of ran out of money in New Zealand and actually got hired by Appalachian Brewing Company, sight unseen, in Harrisburg. That's how we got to Pennsylvania.
And then, so two totally different backgrounds here. We have, hey, my man's was like, yo, come and do this major event for 500 people. I like the ribs you made at the barbecue last week. And then you was like, yo, I traveled the world and did all this shit. And it's crazy because both products, magnifique, as they would say. Can you say that here?
I guess, man.
I don't even know if that's real.
I don't speak other languages.
I don't speak it either, but I just, we be making languages, making words up in our neighborhoods.
Ebonics, man. Shout out to it. If it ain't a word, it's a word now.
Isms are real.
Yeah.
Isms are real.
So you went through all these breweries, lived in all these places, you got back to Harrisburg, and then what spurred you to open up your own brewery? And when did you do that?
Yeah, I think all brewers want to open their own brewery, but back in the old days, I don't think it's true now, but brewers didn't make shit, so it took me, 15, 16 years or so to open my own, to save enough money. We opened on a shoestring with just dairy equipment, and, if we didn't open the day that we opened, we probably weren't going to open because we had no money, had rent due and all that, but fortunately, we were the first new brewery to open in a while in the city, and things went well. So
when
was that? Yeah,
2013, July 2013,
right before the boom.
Yeah, that was right before it just got crazy as
Perfectly
shit.
timed,
man. And I mean, thus far, it seems to have been going fairly well. I don't know, at least from outside perspective. How do you feel about the progress, since, and then the scene in general?
No, it's been good for us. We're not trying to take over the world. We're just mom and pop brewery and trying to make a living. So, but no, the scene is crazy. I would never have thought, obviously we all knew it was going to grow a bit, but what's happened the last 5-8 years, it's been crazy. No one ever would have predicted that. But I guess it's good.
Well, people still buying your beer, so I guess that's good. Now, I like that with a lot of the breweries we interview and a lot of the businesses, the vision is not, okay, let's take over the world. And for me, I think that lends to the quality of the product. I think growth and expansion will happen organically if your shit's good. But if you come in with the aspirations of kind of trying to go commercial, and I think we discussed this on the last podcast about like trying to go we discussed Hawaii on the last cast too.
Yeah, man, 'cause, man, I'd like to go there at some point.
It'd be dope if we can get out there and do a podcast. You got connections, so we connected. We connected.
I'm like, you know, Sloan, right? You know, old
Yeah.
boy, you know what I mean? Like,
Are you the hop? Are you the hop connect? Since are you like the Frank Lucas of hops out here? Like you get it for the low. You know what I'm saying? I get it for the low ski. They don't charge me.
some galaxies cracking. So I mean, like, no, I mean, but some brewers do. I mean, some brewers get in and then they like want to go like to distribution and they want to, get real big or whatever. And I think that's like a thing that I think a lot of brewers were thinking about maybe around the time that you were opening up. You know what I mean? Like there was this like massive expansion of like brewers and like, even the larger breweries were like opening up breweries across like, the country and like, all these facilities. But now like that shit is starting to shrink because people don't want to import as much. Like there's so much, going on or whatever. So, like whenever you got into it, did you ever have aspirations of, mass distribution or whatever, or did you always want to keep it small?
No, we just wanted to keep it small. I mean, I always think, fresh beer is the best beer for most styles.
Fresh beer is the best beer.
So, if
Fresh
people can
best
just
is
come
the
to the
best
source and get it, I mean, that has been great about the movement currently. I think every neighborhood can support one brewery. Whether or not every neighborhood such as Lawrenceville needs 12 breweries, I don't know. But
well, they do it excessive in Lawrenceville. They're excessively hipster.
Yeah, they're probably soaking up a couple other neighborhoods at the same time. Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the taste test. I'm sitting here like, who's gonna be the one? Because we got a spread behind us. We got a spread of beer in front of us.
Tell us about this Pilsner because it's very well done, and I love the fact that Pilsners and lagers are coming back like crazy now. I mean, like low ABVs, like all emphasis on like flavor, but still
Crafted Pilsners are very respectable,
man. Especially in the industry when you're like you start drinking early and shit like that. That's I didn't realize how when I first got into it, it was all like, give me 8 and up. Like,
we was doing too much. We was doing too much too early. We was doing too much too early. You was doing that high ABV, and next thing you know, you got some shit to do. You got a show that night. You crawling into the show on some fuck your couch.
Starting the night with a 9 is tough.
It's a terrible idea.
That's the way to go, though. I love the high ABV.
Yeah,
love them. Doubles, triples, send them to me. But lagers and pilsners, it shows your craft and your ability to brew. And I think Steve highlights that perfectly. Definitely. All of his lagers and pilsners are always spot on.
Yeah, this is fucking spot on.
I mean, I'm a guy that loves doubles, but I can say that every beer he brews is always true to style.
Do you incorporate beer into your barbecue?
Yes and no.
Okay, because I know, like, back in the day, I knew there was some uncles that put some Budweiser in their sauce.
Well, not much. I incorporate more into me, not really into the meats.
Okay. So,
but since it's not a hobby anymore, I don't drink as much as I used to while cooking. You can't fall asleep on those briskets; they don't cook themselves.
How difficult is it to translate cooking from a hobby to like the means of making a living? And do you have to like adjust things? Like, so you have taste buds and you know how you like to eat your stuff, but now you're not just cooking for yourself. You're not just cooking for any individual either. Like when you're catering events, you don't know who's going to show up.
Well, it's a matter of scaling up. I don't like to be that caterer though that makes bland food. Some people are afraid of seasoning.
Season your shit.
Season your motherfucking meat.
I'm sorry. This better be your grandmother or your uncle's cheat day because this sodium's not coming down. This pepper's not coming out. It's gonna be coming full flavor. And
I mean, if that's how you want it.
Hey, I love it, man. Hell yeah.
It's full flavor. You can pause me if you need to.
Yeah.
It's full flavor at all times. Because I hate getting bland food.
Yeah,
I mean, you show up at most 98% of all weddings you show up to, or any catered event, luncheon, anything
that
like
hotel food.
You're just you're getting some
I hate that
overcooked
fucking
something.
hotel
It's
food.
just want another? No, I'm good. Then next thing you know, you're running down the street to a fast food joint just to try to get full again.
Because them fucking green beans don't have. They just boil them bitches and then they throw it down and I think they sprinkle garlic on top of it or some shit. And
they sprinkle that weird like it's like confetti.
Some kind of
I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
You're getting all the seasoning when you eat with me, and you know what? I'm giving you to-go boxes because you're leaving with more than you came. There's
We want all the smoke. We want all the
it's,
smoke.
it's Pittsburgh food at Pittsburgh prices. That's I don't like feeling like I got ripped off when I spent my hard money to eat somewhere. I want to leave full, happy, and full.
That's I see.
Respect.
Shout out to Woody High out here raising up some good barbecue.
It's gonna become like a Woody High School podcast.
No,
Y'all got people in everything. I will say, Woodland Hills. Y'all got people in everything.
Oh, NFL, jail, whatever you need. We got you.
You gotta have somebody in jail.
Hell yeah.
You ain't a real high school unless somebody
we
locked
have
up.
more than most. We have probably as many in the NFL as we do in jail.
Yeah, from the yard to the field. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, y'all got the longest yard happening. In y'all are the longest yard.
mouth.
The longest yard.
yeah, no. Shout out to the diversity that came out of there or whatever. But yeah, no. I mean, I think that seasoning your meat is and your food is crucial. I mean, I'm constantly complaining online.
Steve seasoning these beers. You don't want a bland ass beer.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's just some garbage shit. But tell us about this Pilsner and why it's so delicious. So here's the thing.
Because he made it.
Folks.
Look how that's hard work sitting on the couch right there.
Yeah, I mean,
That's New Zealand, Hawaii, all the Western states. You've been to more states than I can name. I can name like 17 states.
yeah,
easy.
He's probably been to more states than breweries that I've been to. I mean, like,
Yeah.
and like it's and the thing about it is for the folks at home that don't know, like Steve is like the brewer's brewer. Like, yeah, I mean, like like whenever we interview people and we talk to folks, everybody's like, yeah, you know, they talk about their favorite breweries, this and the other. Steve's name just comes up and they're just like, yeah, you know, Ben Steve, like he's like in a different place. So like, I just want to kind of know like what it is that you do that kind of separates you from like what makes you the legend. Like,
Yeah, you looking like I ain't finna tell you.
Certainly a legend,
I ain't
although
finna tell you
I
that.
probably am the grandfather of craft brewing in Pittsburgh at this point.
Yeah.
But legend, I'm not so sure. But no, it's pretty simple.
I don't think it's pretty simple, but you're not
that's
gonna
not
tell
how
us. He's
let-
not gonna tell us.
Well,
I'm not about to tell you.
I'll
Not
tell
coming
you.
up off the secrets.
The thing is,
You just
he's not chasing all these styles. He's brewing beer for what it is. And some of these styles, some people might think they're antiquated, but it's beer. At the true heart, it's craft beer. It might not be the newest thing that all the kids are doing, but hey, he can still do that too.
This it's cool when what the kids are doing. I ain't doing what the kids are doing works out.
Hey.
I mean, because like in a lot of times, a lot of industries, a lot of things, you'd be like, I ain't trying to be on that next thing. I ain't trying to jump on a wave, and you might get you know it might pass you by because your shit got to be like exceptional to not try to jump on waves but still be relevant. So
It's a well manicured lawn.
it's a well manicured lawn.
Man, yes, and my lawn is not well manicured, man.
Man,
It
if
is-
you ever lived
it's
too
just-
next to a motherfucker with a well manicured lawn,
I
they
do.
piss you off as
like
a neighbor.
my neighbor across the street has a very well manicured, and I just be like, come on, bro, like take a day off,
bro. What you just trim these hedges, man.
take a
You're cutting the sprinkler line?
Oh,
take a day.
my
off.
next door neighbor growing up would mow his lawn like 4 or 5 times a week. I'm like, nigga, my daddy just moved out. We not getting that many mows.
They got out there with the scissors and shit, like, yeah, I mean, like it's an edge up. I'll be like, come on.
We didn't have a fence, but you could tell where his yard stopped. Like you know where his lawn stopped. Like from the blade, like the grass was like.
That's how I get embarrassed to do hard like yard work. That's the only time I do lawn work is when my neighbor is just like I go out there and there's that clear ass cut like and they got the true green motherfuckers that be coming out. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
ain't invested in all that. I'm lucky though, because my neighbor don't have grass. This motherfucker, they haven't even raked the leaves from last fall. They got my lawn looking spiffy as fuck. I be out there looking middle class as hell with a motherfucking weed whacker and a brew on the porch. My leaf blower got a backpack. I be looking like these motherfuckers need to do something with their lawn. Now, if my neighbor growing up, if his lawn was next to mine, my shit would be looking trash, yo. But they don't have any grass, so I'm happy about that.
I'm lucky that my neighbor's lawn is at least across the street, so it ain't like
Yeah,
right next to
yeah.
him because he got the lines in that bitch or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like all we got all the lines and then they're all like, and then he be throwing like the diagonal cuts in there just to be
just
like
to show out?
just to show out,
Just
like
to
the
fuck with
diagonal.
you?
Like, come on, man.
He don't even be cutting. He just be doing it just to get the lines. Ain't no grass in his mower. He do it. He just get the lines just to fuck with you.
So how do you balance like, you know, doing what is, you know, true to heart with doing what like is popular, because at the end of the day, it still is a business, and you have to like kind of meet some people where they're at, or else, you know what I mean, it starts to like fall off and stuff. So how do you balance that?
Yeah, I mean, we do still the IPA thing, and that's our best seller. I'm not sure whether or not, I guess we haven't really jumped on the whatever the New England style is these days. We kind of do it. We've always made hazy IPAs, maybe with a bit more bitterness than others. But, I think that was a good thing about me traveling around a lot, was working a lot of different breweries and a lot of different styles. And, you go to some breweries and 8 are IPAs and 2 are pale ales. And I like those things, but, we always have Belgian on. We always try to have something like the Pilsner or Kolschan. And people still like those. I mean, I think, I don't know why, but I think everyone thinks that all people want to drink is IPAs, which probably 60% people just want to drink IPAs. But I think we do a good job of just doing a bunch of different styles and hopefully making them drinkable. So, but yeah, we would never not have an IPA. I mean, that would be financial suicide.
Yeah. What is your favorite style, man, personally?
Probably something like this: Pilsners, pale ales. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy IPAs, even New England IPAs, but when you're having 12 beers in a day, it's Pilsners and Kolsch's are nice.
12?
12, that's a slow day.
For who?
I mean, you figure you're doing, what are you brewing, like 16 hours out there or whatever, you know what I mean? That ain't too bad of a...
No, I think that ratio is a foul. 12, I mean, you're a little bigger than me, too. So maybe that's it. So
well, when you drink 12 beers a day, you tend to get a little bit bigger. Yeah.
No, you big in your arms though.
Yeah, he got like a hefty, like like he's drinking and doing push-ups and shit. Yeah, I mean, like hops and hops.
He's just drinking and just rolling kegs.
Yeah, like some Paul Bunyan shit with with a drink in one hand and a motherfucking keg on his shoulder, like. And some wild shit.
Is fitness something that you focus on? Because we've never talked to a brewer about. I mean, you're around beer all the time. You're drinking beer all the time. You got to take care of your body to some degree. Is that something that you focus on? And you with the barbecue too, like eating. You're always cooking. So I know when I'm not a chef, but I know when you chefing something up, you got to pick something off. You got to know where you stand.
I do not eat my own food.
Eggs and big, slabs of meat or whatever. I mean, you got to be able to lift
We've never
that shit.
asked about fitness, but is fitness something that you guys focus on?
I'm not doing a whole lot of brewing now. We have a brewer at the moment, but I still do some, and that certainly is a workout. When I drive by the gyms here, and I can't believe people are paying for this shit. When you're just like, I don't know, just go get a job as a brewer, and I don't know.
You said you could do. So if anybody is looking for a gym membership, holla at Roundabout. They got some volunteer work for you.
You got mad kegs that they can move to top shelves. If you move 6 kegs to a top shelf, that's 13 reps at 225. That's a good NFL combine.
You might even get a beer at the end of it.
Especially once July, August comes, you get that natural Pittsburgh sauna, that good humidity. You can sweat it out real nice.
Ooh, work it out.
Yeah,
that would be some shit though to have to ask for help, like picking up a slab of meat or a keg or that got to be embarrassing. So you just got to do it yourself in some sense, right?
Yeah, it's do it yourself or drop that meat.
So being a chef now, how do people help you with the food prep? Are you because I feel like when I'm in the kitchen I don't like people just in the kitchen at all. Like my kids, wife, I don't want you coming in to get water, juice, nothing.
Give
just
me my
stay out.
shit.
Anything that's tiled, stay away.
Yeah.
Go over there to the hardwood or the carpet. Just stay out of the kitchen. Like how do you? Especially with you cooking for large amounts of people.
The food prep is pretty, I'm not going to say it's light, but you're looking at my other food prep assistant down here, Jody.
Oh, okay. So, wait.
And,
you don't have to answer this question if she right here. Like, you ain't.
Hello.
Oh, no. There's, there's a lot of, there's a ton of prep that goes into it. But that's all behind the scenes stuff. That's not really, I don't want to say it's labor intensive. It's not like I'm cooking whole hogs every day, like you asked. Briskets and whatnot, they're typically 20 pounds to 17 pounds when I do get them in. I do trim a lot of raw weight off there, fat and whatnot. There's muscles that don't render down and fat pieces that don't, like the decal, which is a nice band of fat through the point in the flat.
Okay, don't run. Yeah, so decal, you just running through a term that we don't know what the fuck that means. Decal?
Decal. It's the band of fat that holds the two pieces of pieces that make up the brisket together. You have the fatty end, which is called the point. Then you have the leaner end of the muscle, which is called the flat. If you think about it, it's two of the most messed up muscles ever. They're both run different grains against each other, so you're never going to get a perfect cut. And yeah, if you don't render that decal out, you have some of the most ugly looking brisket. And believe me, on Instagram these days, all you got to do is Google brisket, and you'll see some ugly brisket on there for
ugly
sure.
Briskets. I didn't even know you can have ugly brisket. I've had some trash brisket. It was dry as fuck, and it needed sauce.
No love.
All of this sounds
Hella
very
sauce.
sexual.
Okay, so two things. One, do you want to pull some of your food out and tell us about it? And two, do we want to go into the next beer and talk about that as well? I would like to do that. I don't know.
Let's
Let's do all the above.
Yeah, let's do all of that.
Lucky
yeah.
number 13.
Shit,
let's try
why
to
not?
pair a beer with the thing.
Shit, yeah.
All right.
Like,
Well,
what
what's,
do you think would?
I don't know what beers
Pair
are we.
most
You know what I mean? What are we?
appropriately.
Well, we just recently spoke about brisket, so let's get some brisket
Let's get
started.
brisket. All right.
Let's
We got
get
some of that.
brisket.
And then,
And Steve,
Let's
you
get brisket.
pick a beer.
what are we drinking over here, Steve?
What's the next up?
Do we have any Pilsner left? Pilsner's go.
Pills, yeah, that's gone.
With everything.
Yeah, we
that
crushed
was
that.
gone, so-
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
we
you can't have a sessionable here. That
yeah,
shit
no,
ain't gonna last.
that's gonna last
Ain't gonna last.
the session.
I will say about that Pilsner, I was looking through. You can see motherfuckers' faces through that. Like
It's
it's like
clear as fuck.
as fuck. Like god damn.
From my understanding,
congratulations.
that's hard to do. Like, I mean, like to make a good clear beer. I mean, like, because then
It's exceptionally
it's
clear.
like because then you can't hide imperfections and things of that nature. From my understanding, right? Or is, like,
Yeah, it's not very trendy to make clear beers these days.
Yeah.
Why is it not trendy to make clear beers? Is it just because people don't want to put the work in? Is that what you think? Because, I mean,
Somehow, with this whole hazy
Oh shit! Hey, hold on.
phase these days, they think that's what a good beer is. Hazier
Just
the
about
better.
to hit a.
I'm still listening to you, but he did slide
you're
that
good.
brisket on the table.
God.
And that just happened. So
It was a
we'll
distraction.
be back.
Brisket's
after
much
these
more
messages.
interesting than my conversation.
No. Yeah, we all. Yeah, I mean, what we want to do in this episode is make everybody jealous because that'll make them run out to Roundabout and to find Blowfish. That shit smells it's very aromatic. I've never had a dish this size. I want to find one. I don't even know what I would put in it, but that's dope. You got good plastic plates too. That shit is good. Yeah, so for the listeners who are not familiar, whenever we have food here, Day and I more or less check out. So
I forgot where I was at for a moment.
at this point, we won't be worth a damn. He's
Like, actually,
putting brisket and
this
sauces
is-
on the table.
This is now the Steve and Hootie show, so you guys can just have a conversation amongst yourselves and just be just act like we ain't even here. You
This
just
is extremely safe for work, but you're also going to try to go on lunch break right now. Like right at this moment, everybody is like, yo, when you taking your lunch, Susan? I was you ain't trying to coordinate your lunch amongst your cohorts? Like,
Yeah.
I got to bust a move. When you taking your lunch?
Yeah.
I was going to go late today. Like, nah, you normally go at 11:30. Why you trying to go at 12:30?
I always try to take. I used to always try to take my breaks like right after my boss took the break, just so he or she wouldn't know how long I was out. So I'd just be like, oh well, shit, I left 5 minutes before you got back. Like you, unless you had an office snitch.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, office snitches.
There's always one person that want to tell you.
Oh man, I had this-
And they want to tell on you and they're not telling you. Like, what time did they go to lunch?
Yo, I remember I came in like my boss was in Oklahoma. It was just me and I had one coworker. So like
That's a free day for everyone.
yeah, I mean, I had one coworker and like my boss, she works in Colorado or whatever, and like I came into work 10 minutes late, and I get a call like later that day. It was like, oh, so I heard you were late to work today, like. So clearly, meth tooth, like, yeah, I mean,
Meth
which is
tooth.
her. That's what she. I
Meth
called her
tooth.
meth tooth because she had a tooth that looked like she smoked it, and like,
Meth tooth.
and I'm like, come on, man, like, and like, that's some level of snitching. And then she came in, I'm like, oh, well, okay, yeah, no, I was only 10 minutes late, but I'm gonna stay late, whatever. But then she comes in, and she's like, oh, hey, how's everything doing? Like, meth tooth's come in, like, oh, how's everything doing? And it's like, I know it was you. Like, there's only two of us.
No.
Like, I know you called and snitched, and now you gonna come and smile in my face. Like, that's another level of like, like, not only are you a snitch, but you think I'm stupid too. Like,
But that takes us that brings me to, so you guys, business owners, you run your own business, and that's a privileged position to be in. One thing that, and I'm still in the 9 to 5 realm,
Marama.
and it's like, look, people, if you have a dream, if you got something that you want to do, work towards that. Stop being company men. Stop trying. Like, look, you can work hard and work for the court and whatever, and fine, that's good. Do your job. But don't be trying. These companies, man, they not rewarding you for being that office snitch. They're not rewarding you for this extra hour and a half you put.
Yeah, they don't have your back like they. Like
you don't. You don't have a responsibility outside of the shit that they put on Indeed that you apply to. They list job requirements and responsibilities.
There is no commission pay for snitching. Yeah,
There's
I mean,
nothing,
you
man.
don't get no commission off of. Yeah, I mean, like the little bullshit that come on, man.
And you sacrificing your people capital, man. Like, you burning bridges.
Bruh.
You burning bridges out here, snitching on folks.
Ask me a motherfucking favor. No, stay late. Don't come in a little early. Don't look out for you. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Your environment. Like, if you make your work environment shit, then come on, man. Like your life is already probably shit. I mean, we're all working in the same motherfucking place. Like, come on, man. It should be like a
And that's
haven
what
of
I
some
don't
sort.
understand. Like, you know I'm tight. You know I don't like this job. You don't like your job. We should band together. Give me, you know what I mean? Give me some grace on this 10. You can take a little extra lunch.
Yeah,
I won't say nothing.
Nah.
I won't tell. I won't tell. I ain't told on nobody yet.
Those are
I've been
the same
told
people that
on.
won't come to happy hour though.
And I don't understand that.
Those are the
Look,
people I don't trust.
I do understand not coming to happy hour.
I don't really
I understand that, but I do encourage that you take advantage of any corporate sponsored drinking events where they give you free drinks.
I'll go to happy hour if the boss is paying for happy hour.
Yeah, if you take an advantage, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Let me get the 2 on you. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel off to my favorite spot,
Yeah,
and I'm already 2 up.
I don't like to get in a too comfortable environment around work folks, because my brand of humor is not safe
Right.
for work. Like,
Oh
it's
no,
like-
no,
yeah,
it never
that's
would be.
what
The
we're
thing is that
discussing.
you got to take those 2 work drinks and then feel like
Yeah,
you gotta,
exactly.
you got to do the social
gotta peel
thing.
off.
Get in there and then be out.
You gotta peel off. So what we're gonna do is peel back some of this brisket.
Yeah.
and
So
mac
you
and
got
cheese.
some brisket up there, and we actually have some things that we never have done before. There's a brisket smoked Cajun mac and cheese over there,
Brisket
as well as the
smoked-
Cajun shrimp mac and cheese. Which,
Cajun shrimp mac and cheese. This motherfucker brought this shit to Fresh Fest last year.
That's how we ended.
And
That's how we ended the event. It was VIP
man,
only.
this
VIP
shit was-
only.
Oh, this shit was so damn good. I got I got a bowl that he saved for me at the end. Like at the end of that festival, I left there with 4 beers and I got a bowl of this fucking this shit, and I only got a couple of bites before Mike
you
and
would've had-
CJ.
it was like Mike, CJ, or
Mike and
Clay.
CJ. They came
got
in and
up
just
on that.
stole my bowl out of my hand. So I only had 2 good bites of it, and it was gone. Like our friend came in and stole that shit, and then like the next day I'm like, Hootie, yo, can I get more? He's like, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna be making that shit.
No,
again.
where did we see each other at the next day?
Shit, I don't even know where it was.
Showcase
at.
Barbecue.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
Day after the festival.
Yeah, it was the
Showcase
day after the
Barbecue,
festival.
baby.
Showcase
down by the
yeah.
bridge, John and what is
Homewood.
that? Is that
Homewood.
Homewood
When I'm
right
not
there?
working,
Yeah.
I'm eating barbecue at everyone else's restaurant.
Yeah,
And
showcase.
that's
that
a real.
Homewood
That's
right
the
there?
truth.
That's when you know you at the right spot. When you walk in and see the barbecue motherfuckers at the
Yeah.
barbecue, you be like, all right, that's it. Yeah, this is it.
Showcase got a reputation.
Yeah, no.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, I spread the love to all the barbecue joints in the city. I try to make it like the craft beer industry. We'll all help each other out. I just want to have a good relationship with all these folks across the board. So one day the barbecue scene can get bigger in Pittsburgh. One of these days.
This is the Cajun shrimp.
Cajun shrimp mac.
So
big
how
one in there.
do you differentiate? Like, how do you stand out on the barbecue tip? What do you do? Is it the sauce? Is it the seasoning? What do you think is most
Well,
important?
like I said, we're not afraid of seasoning, so that's one thing that's evident in every bite of our food. But the time, the love that goes into it, that's how we stand out. I mean, it's that oak and cherry wood smoke for about 14, 16 hours, at least an hour on that mac and cheese. But we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to make some smoked classic barbecue.
Smoked mac.
All right, now what are we pairing the Cajun shrimp mac with?
I got this macchiato stout because I'm a
macchiato
stout
stout?
dude. I don't know.
I think we both professed our love for stouts like as a unit.
Yeah.
After the last episode,
Yeah.
so the macchiato stout. Give us some background on that.
I'm assuming since you just grabbed some Hootie's delicious mac and cheese, you're not lactose intolerant. There is
If I was, it wouldn't matter.
Hey, to most people that are,
All I'm gonna do
not.
is fart. That's all right. That shit ain't gonna implode. Just gonna fart a little bit. Y'all be all right.
Yeah, it's a milk stout, so stout with some lactose in it. But we use some of the 30-year anniversary blend from La Prima, which is amazing coffee. So I've used them a lot. In most of our coffee beers, we use La Prima.
What is La Prima?
La Prima Espresso. They have a retail area on 21st Street, and now their roasting facility is actually not far from where our beer garden is, just on the other side of 65. So they're in Manchester. Is where
I heard about this beer
where the
garden.
production facility is. Yeah.
Tell us about this beer garden. I didn't know that was a thing that existed.
Yeah, we started doing it last year just on Saturdays. I was just riding my bike down the Heritage Trail, just downriver from the casino there.
I've checked out.
Noticed this property that, I think for probably about 20 years, and my wife is sick of me saying it. It was like, oh, that would make a great beer garden. Oh, look at that property. That would make an amazing beer garden.
She's
Yeah, you know what
dropping
that could be?
Took you
That-
too long to figure it out.
Yeah, that could be maybe a good beer garden. Finally, we found the right property. It took me a couple of years to get a hold of the gentleman who owns it, but it's nice. It's pretty no frills, but it's right on the Ohio River, and there's not many places in Pittsburgh, for whatever reason, you can drink and see the river. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Think about it, yeah.
there isn't. There's not a lot of like the waterfront area in Pittsburgh. Like, is not developed very well.
it's getting better.
It has nothing to do with water.
Yeah, it's getting there. It will get there. Yeah.
Slowly but surely, I guess.
There's nothing to do with water. You see the water when you're crossing the bridge to go into the waterfront,
Yeah.
and then you're at the waterfront, and you just see.
Even at the waterfront, you ain't on the water, like really on the water, like.
Pop-up garden's a great location, though. I mean, I think they hosted Smoketoberfest over there, which is their yearly Oktoberfest event, obviously smoke-inspired. And I think a lot of people that didn't realize it was finally there got to see the space. But if you haven't been there yet, this is the year to check out the space. They're right on the Ohio River, right down next to the Peggy's boat dock. And good beer, good people, and great atmosphere.
Is that open like year round?
Just summer. Yeah, I mean, we opened a few weeks ago, and we'll go as far into the fall or even early winter if the weather allows. So right now it's just Saturday and Sunday, but it's weather dependent. So check out the website, social media stuff, whether or not we're open.
So
Is that why they don't?
Well, we were joking about the weather earlier, how unpredictable it is with the rain and everything. So when do you make the determination of open versus closed? Like today, it rained really hard early, but then it was nice weather thereafter. Like, would it be open on a day like that?
It should have been, but even the forecast yesterday was calling for rain most of the day, so we did kind of cancel it.
Okay.
But we did open on Friday in lieu, knowing that we weren't going to be open on Sunday, which we may do more.
So
and
it's
that
a
worked
very
out well.
fluid,
fluid
schedule. Okay.
Man, I was like kind of like mad that we decided to podcast on a Memorial Day, like Sunday, because like I
Just made up
didn't
for
even
it.
put this shit right here, man.
I never had shrimp and macaroni and cheese.
We're bringing the barbecue to you.
And it's
out for the
spicy
cookout.
mac and cheese too.
There's a nice spice in it, man. What's that spice in it? What is it? Is that a
You keep asking these
pepper.
questions that they not gonna answer.
I don't know. I'm not like, what's that pepper? Like, is that because it ain't a habanero spice.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
man.
going that hot on you. There's some red pepper flake in
A little
there.
red pepper like in there. Yeah.
A couple other things that people really
Some
like.
black in that bitch, and like, yeah, I mean, it's
Now, had you had a shrimp mac before you started producing one, or is this
shrimp Cajun, man.
So here's the funny story. I hate mac and cheese.
fuck out of here?
I hate mac and cheese.
What? I thought mac and cheese was universal. I thought lactose intolerant people ate mac and cheese.
They do. That's like a cheat thing.
I
they
love
don't do.
cheese. I just eat my cheese on many pies. I don't need mac and cheese has never been anything that's ever fascinated me. I've had a couple of decent ones. Yeah.
That's wild.
I don't. So typically, I say the shit like that people be like, "What the fuck, bro? Like, what you mean?"
Yeah, because this motherfucker don't like watermelon and shit.
I
So,
don't.
like,
And
yeah,
you're not
like,
gonna
that's
you're not
some,
gonna force
some
me. You're not
wild
gonna
shit.
trick me. I don't
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
You don't like mac and cheese. Ain't no
but
wow.
you
Ain't no wow.
might have topped that one with saying you don't like mac and cheese.
First of all, watermelon don't
noodles
taste
and
like
cheese.
shit is
Like,
what I said.
what don't you like about it?
What I said is watermelon
cheese
don't
or the
taste like
noodles?
shit, and I'm not cutting this big ass watermelon to just taste water. I could just drink water. I got a whole fridge
I'm
that
done with that.
dispenses water.
We're
fam.
done. We're
So
done.
we
We're
gotta-
done
we-
bad mouthing watermelon.
We
I'm not bad mouthing it. I'm saying
Sick of,
what I'm
like,
saying is watermelon
doing it
is the
with-
Taylor Swift of fruit. All right, it's got this huge reputation, but ain't no shit behind
Come on,
it.
man.
That's all I'm saying.
Come on, man.
All
Taylor
right, Ed.
Swift.
So, T Swift.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, Ed. So I got a new one for you. We got I've never made one before. We're making a watermelon ham.
Watermelon ham?
Yeah, it's this new vegan.
Oh,
it's this
I
new
saw
vegan
that,
joint that jumped off last summer.
The one where
Water-
they
yeah.
they
I'm
like they
jumping into-
roast
You
it
got to
and
brine
looks
it for a
like
couple days. You got to brine. Yeah, you roast it, then you smoke it.
I'm jumping
It's a
into
whole
the brisket.
24-hour process. But yeah,
I'm jumping into the brisket.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
do
so
that
the
brisket.
watermelon. First of all,
make sure you get some of that fatty and some of that lean.
what I'm gonna do is. So what I'm gonna say is, don't tell wifey I was here. Here, you want me to just put it on your plate? Because I'm technically not supposed to eat any pork.
Oh, that's all beef.
that beef.
We didn't even
No,
bring
I'm
it.
not talking about the brisket. I'm talking about you talking about the ham, and I'm interested.
Oh
No,
no,
it's
that's
watermelon.
it's watermelon.
It's actually watermelon.
You're not eating pork.
Yeah.
Wait. It's an actual
it's
watermelon.
marinated, brined to taste like pork, but it's a piece of watermelon, and it comes out.
Okay, so I totally missed.
It comes out looking like a ham. It's
I thought it was
scored.
ham with watermelon flavor
No, no.
influence. I was like, so you're just making
It's
juicy
all fruit.
ham.
It's all fruit, and it tastes like ham.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't approve of watermelon in that fashion, but I'm open to new things. Maybe it'll be dope.
Got to broaden those horizons.
Maybe. I saw the videos. I was like, man, y'all, just eat the motherfucking watermelon, man. Just eat like it's done. It's perfect. It's a fruit. It's perfect. Like they did. Like God did it. Like he made it. You just bust that bitch open and you know what I mean, just get it in it. You know, and it just. But you know, I guess chefs and whatnot.
I think if you could make it taste like something, I approve. Because shit just tastes like water otherwise.
Yeah. Oh,
Sick
it
of this
absolutely.
shit, man. This fucking macchiato. Like, this is a great pairing. So I don't. I mean, like, cause the spice like opens up like it makes the coffee or whatever like pop on your tongue or whatever. It's crazy. Like it's a. I recommend this this pairing, this Cajun shrimp. So how often do you make this Cajun shrimp? Is this coming back into? Is this going to be a thing in your wheelhouse like on a regular? Or?
We're gonna look at bringing it back about once a month. It originated. We needed an item for Lent. I mean, obviously, we are in a heavily. We're in an area with a lot of Catholics, so by that time of year, we needed a menu item for that time of year. We had nothing with shrimp or fish or any kind of thing in it, and not everyone's down to eat brisket and pork on a Friday during Lent. So that was out of necessity. We've heard of all kinds of lobster mac and cheeses and things like that. So that's our answer.
Motherfucking brisket right there. God damn.
Hey, a little salt and pepper, oak and smoke never hurts.
Oak and smoke.
Oak and smoke.
God damn it. I don't know if y'all listen
And
to
there's
this or
also
not.
there's a right next to you. You haven't divin in the other one. We actually have not made that yet, but that's a Cajun shrimp or a Cajun brisket mac and cheese sitting next to the shrimp one. So
Cajun brisket mac and cheese.
Wait,
Yeah.
I walked in on that. That's
That's
what's over
Cajun
here?
brisket right
that's
there.
Cajun brisket.
So okay.
We've actually it's something we've talked about for a couple weeks. We've never made it until today. So
Damn it.
this morning I figured you guys could test it out.
Well, we won't touch that bitch. Yeah, I mean,
Then don't get too full. We obviously have plenty of beers here and some more to drink.
listen,
we have some. There's
You hear
still
what I
some.
said about that second
there's-
cast? If you
there's
listen
more-
to second cast, we ain't gonna be.
there's you brought more.
Oh, there's some dessert. What I call dessert in the hot box. What I call
shit.
dessert.
Okay, well I'm gonna try
Well,
to.
what do you call dessert?
You're gonna find out here in a little bit. Just
Damn,
keep
bro.
eating, and we'll just move on to the next.
How come Steve ain't
Buzzy,
eating
don't
none
go
of
with
it?
that camera. You better dive in this damn
Trying to
food.
stay all fit over there.
I'm sweating
Yeah.
like mad as it is from being nervous.
He got my
I'm going to chow down after this is over so I don't get your couch all wet.
that Cajun Mac got my nose running. I like that.
I don't know.
Hey,
if-
look, that's the thing. I had to make it with some spice. I couldn't have someone from New Orleans calling me out like this ain't Cajun.
Yeah. I mean, and then be honest, like this is a nice spice in a sense, like because
It's balanced.
yeah, it's balanced. It's not like crazy hot, but it's in there. You know, it's in there, and like it's that heat that kind of like builds a little bit, and it kind of radiates, but it doesn't go over that like scary point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope no
If
one's
you need some
intimidated
fire,
by me saying that.
we bought our extra hot barbecue that has habanero in it. If you need some
Yeah, now
extra
see, that's
hot.
my
Yeah, keep that
speed.
across
You
the
know what I mean?
table.
I like the sweat,
Oh,
like you know what I mean. I like the sweat when I eat.
Nah, I don't like all
I'm a
that.
masochist.
I do like, a little nose run is good. Let me know that the heat's there.
Mm.
The the mac and cheese, no, it's not offensive at all. I got a weak nose. I know it, man. I'm weak.
Well, it wasn't to
weak
bring
with that.
our regular smoked mac and cheese, but I mean that's the fan favorite. That's kind of boring to me though.
I mean, I guess if you cook it all the time, it gets boring or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know, as a person that doesn't eat it every goddamn day, like that shit is fucking like. I was over at the we was down at the BG. They were opening up a new space over here Friday or whatever, and that line was out the like, I mean, it was crazy
Kids were getting
long.
their whole
It
hog
was
on for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I'm glad we talked about
a whole ass hog.
So you seem like you have a lot of knowledge into how meats and porks and all that are cooked and how they deal with heat and all that. So I'm confused about this pig on the platter thing with the apple in the mouth. Why do they put the apple in the mouth?
It's just visual appeal. That is,
Okay.
it's just pure tradition. I do kind of have a cheat code into the hog industry. Growing up, my grandparents had a hog farm in Northern Virginia.
Okay.
So growing up, that's all we did was slaughtered hogs, and we make pretty much the closest American thing to prosciutto, which is Virginia salt cured hams, which is basically you salt the hell out of a ham, any parts of the hog, and you air dry it in the barn for about 9 to 12 months after. And there's no refrigeration, no nothing. Like you're literally killing all the botulism and everything with all that salt.
Time out. You air dry it for how long?
Anywhere from 9 months to a year.
It's
And
a
I
baby.
bet, I mean, I have hams even at my shop now. They're probably 5 and 6 years old.
So you impregnate it
Aged?
with salt and then wait 9 months, and then you'll have a nice little prosciutto baby.
Yeah.
You age it?
Oh yeah, it's
And so what
so
sort of-
the aging process is
Yeah.
now in modern day techniques. A lot of people use refrigeration, a lot of hygrometers and things
Right.
to do that. In the old school days, you kind of just relied on the northwestern winds blowing through your barn as they hung through the dry winter months. That's how your meats got cured, and by spring you're pretty much ready to go. So I mean, these are old world methods that we just kept going on for about 150 to 200 years now.
So how long are you aging any meats now?
I am not. I'm going to start that process. I'm sure Allegheny County Health Department will not like that, but they're not a fan of me anyway. So
What do you think in that process? What do you think they'll just like? Is it there? I guess there has to be some element of you may
there is
may have bad meat. I guess
there is possibility of bacteria and whatnot if you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing. And I do understand that, but the thing is, the health department doesn't understand all that things. They don't
that
understand
might
smoked
be the
meat.
problem.
Well, but you're never going to get them there. We're too far north for them to ever explain these things. And barbecue, we're too new of a city with that. Like they don't understand a lot of holding temps. And I mean, cooking barbecue is half the battle. When you can go into service and hold food for another 8 to 10 to 12 hours after your food's made, that's the whole order of barbecue.
Yeah, I feel like, if it ain't a pierogi, they're probably having problems understanding it around here. I mean, that's just kind of what I've gotten thus far.
Well, they've lightened up over the years as the food truck scene, especially has in the past 5-6 years. Like when I first got started, I mean, it was a different world out there. There were no inspectors for any of the food trucks or anything, so everyone was running rogue. I mean, the first couple of years I had I didn't even have any licenses. I was running off of farmers permits and whatnot, still showing up at breweries, doing my thing. I mean, there was a point in time for a couple of weeks I sold waters with complimentary food just to get by and just to make it happen.
Oh, like DC with the weed, they sell you the
No,
bag.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
you
they
bet,
sell you the
yeah.
weed. They give you the weed with the bag.
Well, that's the thing. We were trying to get around it any kind of way. We had no kind of health
The
department
food's
stuff.
free,
I
the
had-
bottle, you got to pay for them.
Oh yeah, we had no commissaries, anything. We were just showing up breweries and showing up places doing pop-ups, basically guerrilla style pop-ups. And no, really, and selling food and hoping the health department didn't come. and until the day that they came. And I was shut down for about 9.5 months.
Oh, shit.
And
You
no.
got to like go look out like, woo.
Well, no, it was one of those things. You're serving food, smoker's open. Next thing you turn around, there's a dude, white shirt, briefcase, thermometers in his hand, talking about let's go. And I mean, it's one of those things that got shut down for 9 months. That was 2 years into our game when we started finally picking up some stride. And we were they shuffled our paper to the bottom of that paperwork every time I called.
Oh,
I'm telling you what. We had to make a couple calls, but it finally went through and it worked out, and that's why we're still here. But we fought and scraped and challenged, and we're still here.
So it's really like the dude from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, this
They really show up like
yeah. Oh, it's like that.
they
It's like
show
that.
up unannounced.
Oh, anywhere I've seen. I mean, I've been standing in lines at restaurants Watch the health department come in, stop service, just boom, like guys making your sandwich. They're in him over him with thermometers up top of them.
I'll be mad
It's
as hell.
all bets are off.
You got to get
Same,
y'all got to get a lookout in this industry, man. That should be a position that you apply for, like food service
Y'all
lookout.
need to put a
man.
y'all need to
Like-
put a sign up. Khakis not allowed.
So
No white
No
button
pocket.
ups, no khakis. man.
it was a psychotic move, but I did take a picture of one girl's card and had her plate, but she doesn't work there anymore. But like I was prepared for what she pulled. I was like, nope. Green, whatever. No, here, not here. We're closed. We're closed.
you gotta get a call going or something, man. All right, so what's the next beer we're gonna get in here? Is this Ginga weed? Or what are you drinking over there?
I had the weed. The
Ginga.
weed is
It's the
good.
Ginga. This is the IPA, if
That's
you prefer that.
the Marama.
Ginga.
The Marama. So what is a Marama?
Actually, this is something my wife named, and I should know this, shouldn't I? But I think I was down at the beer garden when she named it. But it is a Maori thing. My wife's a New Zealander,
Okay.
part native New Zealander.
Oh, okay. So you picked up something while you was out there. Okay. He didn't come out. He didn't come back empty-handed.
You gotta get
Nah,
a to-go plate.
She drugged me out there. So I actually don't. I think she did tell me after 12 beers one day. But
You
I
hate
forget
when
what
they
the
do that.
Maori translation is. But
What it
you can look it up.
translates to is love of my life that named this beer.
So wait, what is that? What you having
The
now?
Marama, the Marama, Marama, yeah.
Okay, I haven't had that one.
It's an IPA, 6.5.
Yeah, we milk the New Zealand thing as much as possible. Marrying them, and then also using a lot of the New Zealand hops. So
What hops did you use?
this one has Nelson Sauvin in it and Machueca, which are two of the more popular ones. It does have Amarillo, a little bit of U.S. hop too, but
No, it's delicious. I got a 4-pack of this last time I was there, and it was solid. Actually, like it was dope because like I usually with the IPAs or whatever, like everybody's like, oh man, you got to drink them like fast and this and the other. But I mean, I had them for like a week and they were perfect. Like I mean, it's still
Canned?
yeah, it was like canned or whatever.
And then the can preserve it a little longer though?
well, it protects it from light. It almost depends how much oxygen you pick up when you can it. I mean, we don't have a canning line. We just do it kind of homebrew style, one can at a time. But we purge
shit.
the heck out of the
Yeah.
can. And we're probably the smallest brewery in the country, if not the world, that has a dissolved oxygen meter. It's 12 to 15 grand for one of those. So,
What?
So we check the levels. Like we're talking like parts per billion, so micrograms per liter.
Wait, you got to pay 15 grand to figure out how much air is in your shit?
Yeah, to get down to that level where it affects beer. Beer is very sensitive. Once it's done brewing or fermenting, rather, it's very sensitive to oxygen.
So that's why like it kind of lasted a little longer. I mean, and so like you can maybe hold these a little longer than say somebody that doesn't have one of these devices.
Or at least we know we can. Whereas maybe they are doing well, but they don't know. But
Man, that is.
So let's talk about the investment in, I guess, equipment. So with beer, we've kind of been able to go over it a bit with several brewers, just what type of equipment they've gotten or what they've acquired and such.
Hold on. Is that North Carolina Gold?
Yeah, is that Carolina Gold? Mm-hmm. I just put that extra hot in front of you too. I got some spicy vinegar. So
Sorry, I
East or
just-
West Carolina.
Yeah, he finna gain weight, but I'm gonna ask you with the restaurant or with the catering, like what sort of equipment costs, or do you have any specialized equipment? I mean, the smoker. I know the smoker's an investment. Like to get a good smoker,
Yeah.
it could be fairly pricey. But
Well, I mean,
what
the
other
price of stainless steel is never getting cheaper.
Right.
So that's one thing. I mean, me and Steve can say we have a ton of. Well, Steve has more stainless steel than I do. Any brewery does, but yeah.
Especially with Trump in office, I'm pretty sure. It's just,
Well, yeah, these new tariffs.
Yeah, these
coming
tariffs
on
ain't,
in.
ain't
Come on.
helping.
we were not supposed to
25%?
ever bring tariffs to the podcast. So we're not.
All right, let's get out of that.
But we're here.
Out of that political jam. Let's walk on back out of that.
But go ahead.
So definitely with the stainless, I mean, on my end, there's a lot of equipment that I never knew I would have needed, especially when it comes to holding techniques.
Okay.
That's where I think I was most lost. When I first started shopping around, I was like, okay, I'm going to hold this food. I'm going to get a convection oven. Little did I know that would dry the hell out of food. I mean, it took me a couple trips to Texas really to figure out what I needed to continue on and as a business owner to make barbecue happen.
So what is like the barbecue like starter kit?
Let's see. Well, you need a smoker, your choice. Whether I don't care, I'm a purist. I like all wood-fired smokers. You can run gas, you can run propane, pellets, whatever you want to do. As long as you're cooking, then I'm in your corner. We'll switch you over to wood. We'll get you all wood-fired eventually.
I just want to make it very clear. If you want to start from a baby step, you can go ahead and get your propane. If you need to. People will ask me all the time, "Hey, what kind of smoker should I get? Do this, do that." Get what works for you. I mean, and there's no style or specific taste of barbecue. It's cultural, it's regional, it's international. Whatever tastes good to you and your family, as long as you're cooking it and the people around you the best barbecue is the barbecue in front of you. And that's all I can say. But barbecue starter kit, you're gonna need yourself a good smoker, thermometer, because temperature is important. So I mean, off the bat, they don't sponsor me, but I'm gonna say ThermoWorks. Just get yourself something, buy ThermoWorks. And
We'll probably bleed that out. They don't sponsor us. Damn, they don't sponsor. They don't sponsor us.
They sponsored this. They sponsored this meat in front of you today, and everything I've cooked for the past 6 years.
We'll send them a clip and be like, if you want this in here,
to pay me. Get yourself a couple thermopops or something out of get something. I advise. But yeah, that's good thermometers and consistent fuel source. Firewood can be tricky. You can order off a lot of these guys around town that say, hey, we do firewood, we dry it this way, we do it this way, it's aged this and that. You can't do anything when there's wood that shows up and there's water smoldering out of it. You're not going to start a good fire. It's never going to, no end result. And I've had problems with that throughout this whole process until 2 years ago.
I didn't know that wood selection was a thing. I just thought
I take it just as seriously as the actual meat itself now.
Wow.
And even our meats across the board, we don't cook any choice grade beef or anything. It's all Angus prime meats. Pork, it's kind of standard issue. When I can get better pork and step up to like a Compart Duroc product or something like that, we're gonna go there because that's just eventually. That's eventually
Latin.
I don't know.
Latin. It's the importance. It's just like any of these yeast or hops. You can't use cheap ingredients, or you're just going to get a cheapened product or cheapened process at the end.
I caught the gist. I don't know what Corpus Cata Bradas or whatever.
It's a family farm. The Compart,
they got the best meats.
Jim Compart makes some of the best pork in the nation, and pretty much it's a family-owned farm, but they do the best.
Is it how they raise it, or
it's how they raise it, how they feed it, the selection process, their culling process.
They put lotion on their pigs every day.
Is they out there massaging them?
There's some of them that you might think. I think that hog we cooked the other night down at Brew Gentleman, I think that thing was massaged.
That motherfucker
was a sexy pig.
It was a good looking hog.
He had good teeth too. I was looking at
good teeth.
This nigga molars is nice.
Yeah, no, that's
you didn't die.
Apple a day, I guess. Right,
getting back to that good old apple, right?
And that's how you went out. Life is cyclical.
Yeah,
went out with a nice Granny Smith.
You live by the apple, you die by the apple.
Apple a day keeps the butcher away.
No. The butcher coming. He coming. I've been oiling your calves. I've been using that gold bond on my pig.
And I'm roasting you tonight.
No, that hog actually turned out exceptionally well. That was one of the best hogs I think I've cooked as far as rendering the skin out to cracklings.
Oh, that crackling was.
You
missed. Yeah, Ed peeled out a little early. You got to
I can't eat pork.
The crack. Oh yeah, you don't eat pork, man. Shit,
I'm not allowed to.
You might second guess this.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not saying anything's wrong with pork. I never dispute the flavor and taste, but I do. I like living with my kids.
Yeah,
so what I'm not gonna do is sacrifice that to have some.
Yeah, I go. I'll take all of what he ain't eating. Whoa, that crackling was ridiculous.
We got to do another one of those soon. Maybe.
Well, shit.
What's the time commitment to that?
I don't want to say anything crazy, but
I don't know. We'll
Fresh Fest?
What's the time
Should
commitment
we
to that?
have a hog at Fresh Fest?
Nobody would say no.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we got the space.
Even the
one,
non-pork eaters would enjoy like just seeing it there, the presentation.
It'd probably make a good show.
Shit.
Does Peter come in on the pork? When they got it on display?
Man, they got to go through me. Man, fuck a Peter. I'll be at the
So
front line with them.
no khakis, no shirts that start with a P.
We'll have lookouts. We'll have lookouts at Fresh Fest.
Oh no! You have somebody on the tower.
We gonna have a couple like
We got an unmarked. Grand Marquis.
who got the.
He's got a long antenna.
Hey yo, we got a pocket protector, bro.
Pocket protector 630.
One of my favorite pictures I've ever seen was at a barbecue festival in Texas. Everyone's inside eating meat across the fence. All PETA protesters, just all their signs hanging up, just animal rights, this, that. I mean, hey, come on, it's not like they were doing live slaughtering animals. They were eating some barbecue.
Man, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen happen to a pig. I was watching Anthony Bourdain.
No, wait, say that again.
The most beautiful thing I ever saw.
AB.
I mean, it happened to a pig. Was
I heard that wrong.
it was Anthony Bourdain. He was in this town. It was a very small town, like Mississippi or some shit like that. And and it was like there's like 30 food stations set up. There's a little town, like I don't know, maybe 500 people. And they had a pig, and like he shot the pig, and then like all these people came in and they descended upon the pig and they all took apart. Whatever they were making sausages, they were making stews, they were making, whatever. And by the end of it, like by the time everybody had gotten done and taken what they needed, there was nothing left on the board except for like blood splatters. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure motherfuckers was trying to soak that up for the sausage before they, you know what I mean? And then they all went around and they made a different dish. And at the end of that, like they all shared it. And it was just like, for me, it was just like the beauty of the pig. You know what I mean? The fact that you can use absolutely every portion of that.
Well, see, that's where I go. Like, no part of the hog can go unused. Like I said earlier, I grew up. Grandparents had a hog farm, so every Thanksgiving 2 to 3 days before, we'd slaughter 40 to 50 hogs, and at least 3 to 4 of them would be on the table for Thanksgiving dinner 2 days later. But it was a process. It was a process of the hog you slug the hog as soon as it's coming out, you get it, throw it in the bucket of the tractor, bring it over to a big boiling bath full of lime and all that stuff, so you can get all the hair off. Then after that, went on to the A-frame. My grandfather, he got the whole hog from top to bottom, which was, as a 5-year-old, it's the most gruesome thing I've ever seen. Your grandfather just going bare hands, just heart, liver, everything's boom, into a bucket. But then it went on to all of our uncles and my other cousins, and they're a processing house full of about 8 to 12 guys. Everyone had their own cut of meat. Whether it was the shoulders, butts, ribs, belly, ever that. That thing got broke. I've never seen a whole hog get broken down so quickly. I'm saying 15, 20 minutes a hog, in and out, just all day. But these guys, they've been doing it for years. That's what they did. And that's what you had to rely on when they didn't have a grocery store to go to. The backyard was a couple hundred acres of corn, a couple hundred head of cow roaming around and hogs in the back. So you were at your grocery store. That's where you grew up.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely beauty in that. I think in just listening to your story, just this the community, like, and the fact that they came back to a common space with everything. So everybody took, and I think we've moved away from really utilizing the animal and like taking advantage of every portion of the animal, the skin, all that. Do you really think that pig's mom was like, yo, my son didn't die in vain? This nigga mama came looking at the spread like
that's sausage right there. That's my baby.
That's my baby. I told him he was doing squats. No, but I honestly, it's weird. Do you ever in your industry? Do you ever deal with animal activists?
I have not, and I'll debate with anyone on a common ground.
Mm-hmm.
The market we're in, I don't see that happening in Pittsburgh.
No,
really, I really don't. It's just we're too much of a meat town to begin. We're a meat and potatoes town to begin with. Mm-hmm. And the thing, I think that's why Pittsburgh's finally ready for barbecue now. It's not something that's ever been overly popular. We had the spots that have been here, and we've actually, the barbecue that was here was a lot of Northeastern barbecue, stuff cooked over hot coals, a lot of charcoal. And the one thing that always brings me back to that memory that I love and that taste, it's the weirdest thing ever, but it's the lighter fluid. It's that one sense that I can say, like, I grew up on that taste. Like, now I will never start a fire with lighter fluid. I only start with charcoal chimney, and I'm even weird about where I start my fires. I won't start them on an asphalt ground or anything because I don't need any of those chemicals leaching up into the barrel. Any just weird things that I think about. I think that's the one thing that really I like about the barbecue that was existing in here. But now we're finally changing over and starting to get that Southern style. I mean, there was no one using heavy woods and just cooking. I mean, now we're starting to get that more Central Texas inspired, that North Carolina, that Tennessee, Kansas City.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll just be. don't listen. Look, don't pay me no attention. Just let me be in my bag over here.
Hey.
I'm happy, Ed, today. Like, you brought a nice spread. Yeah. So just.
We're not done yet. That's the best part about it.
So so I guess let's get into this dessert. Yeah, like, I don't know, whatever.
All right.
Yeah. And while you prep that, I'll pose the same question to Steve. Have you? Because I know when we were talking to CoStar, they were talking about how, like, the community was kind of hesitant to having them have a brewery was it Highland Park?
Yeah.
And I know that there are a vast amount of breweries in Lawrenceville, but do you ever, in the beginning, did you get any resistance or?
No, not really. I mean, we're right on Butler Street, which is LNC, or local neighborhood commercial, so we had to go through the zoning hearing, and Lawrenceville United and Lawrenceville Corporation both supported us.
Okay.
So we didn't. I know that 11th Hour, who is kind of back off of Butler more in the neighborhood, they went, I think it took them at least an extra year to open because of some resistance for sure. Even though they were zoned commercial, so they didn't have to go through a zoning hearing, but somehow they were held up. So we were lucky in terms of that. I mean, the zoning board took longer to rule than I would have liked because, again, we were just running out of money and every day
we need
time
this,
was ticking and all that. But for the most part, that process went all right.
Two questions. One, tell us about this Ginga wheat. Ginga is from my understanding, whenever I was over in England, was like a slur for redheads. When I was, they would call them Gingas, and it was not a happy, like, it was like a. It
was like ginger. It was like ginger.
Ginger. They call them Gingas.
Yeah, the same is true in New Zealand, even though I think it's less of a slur and just more of a...
just a description?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess they don't have...
Otherwise,
they don't have as many redheads, I would imagine.
Well, they ain't right next to Ireland, where, like, I mean, like, because there was this whole... There's this whole, like, East Coast, West Coast beef with, like, Ireland and England and shit. So, like, there's... Holy shit.
You should just do a fucking...
He just do a
Flintstone ball on my shit?
So, yeah, I mean, I guess tell us about this brew, and then two, why you are called Roundabout, because we never asked anybody why their brewery is named what it is.
Yeah, I guess the brew first, and again, just milking this New Zealand thing. When I lived over there with my wife, ginger beers, alcoholic ginger beers, are actually pretty popular over there. And there was one at the Ducks Deluxe, which unfortunately was kind of lost during the earthquake in 2011. Major earthquake, Christchurch. Terrible thing. Kind of recovering now. We were just back there over the winter. Anyhow, they made this amazing ginger lager. That was a lager, just with ginger and lemon. So we kind of were influenced by that and decided to do a wheat beer and add local honey just to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of influenced by some of the beers in New Zealand. And again, the roundabout the name was a few things because, you know, I've been kind of just chasing my tail, working at 13 or so different breweries, and then we left Pittsburgh, and then even though we don't have family here, and then decided to come back, and again, and milking the New Zealand thing. There are a lot of roundabouts in New Zealand. So yeah, that's the Roundabout Brewery. Yeah,
full circle. You're back.
Exactly. Very nice.
Yep.
Full circle.
Now, so why is this dessert?
Well, in Texas, my favorite barbecue place in the world, the beef rib is the ultimate. Brisket's king, but beef rib just takes another step closer to the whole trinity. Truly, this is one of my favorite things to cook, and actually, the only thing that I still eat of mine that I cook.
Oh wow!
So you don't eat?
No, you're in a treat.
It's steak on a stick.
Yeah, you're in for a treat. Yeah, I went to Kansas City with Hootie because I was sick of going to the Craft Brewers Conference. I said, he told me the year before about the barbecue conference. I said, oh, that sounds a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's something
barbecue.
What do you call it? NARB or something?
But
You got a
we went to a lot of barbecue places in Kansas City, and both his brisket and certainly his this was I think better than most. So.
I'm about to fucking pass.
Yeah, the barbecue conference got to be the littest shit ever. But
Hell.
but you don't party at all. And I think
So National Barbecue Association, NBBQA. It's one of the few associations that I'm a member of, as well as Kansas City Barbecue Society and State Cook-Off Association of America.
okay.
And we have a yearly conference that bounces around different cities. The first year I ever attended, it was in Dallas-Fort Worth. This previous year, when Steve came out, we were out in Kansas City, which is great. I'd never truly been in the Midwest. And next year, we'll be in Louisville. But it's a yearly conference I look forward to attending every year.
No, I look forward to finding out.
Oh, no.
shit
Get
is
on the
going.
beat. You need a knife? Let's get on the beat first.
But the thing is, I'll go to the barbecue conference and think I'm gonna go out and do an after party, and I'll just have the itis.
Nah, man.
No,
just be
so
sleep.
that's our thing. We
Just be sleep.
in 4 or 5 days' time, we hit about 16 barbecue joints on top of the food that was served there. So I mean, it's a long experience.
What is it like? You just get by with like a lot of cocaine or something? Like how do you how do you stay awake?
He can't answer that.
A lot of alcohol and a lot of safety meetings.
Now, do you get offended when people put sauces on your meats? Because I've had people who get offended when you add sauce to the shit. Like, you ain't even tasted it yet. You know what I mean? Like, people get offended.
I am a purist. I understand that people love sauces. That's why we make six different kinds. All our meats always served as it comes, no sauce. I don't take offense though. I know people like it. I would love for them to try it without it. But most people, they'll throw a little bit on, then they realize that, all right, let me back off the sauce. This is not, I don't have to slather it down. It's not dry. I'm not trying to rehydrate the meat. So
Yeah, I mean, at least taste it first. You know what I mean? Don't offend me by just going straight to the slathering. You know what I mean?
What if I just like the taste of the sauce?
That's
Oh, no,
cool,
that's
but at
thing.
least taste the meat first.
I don't give a fuck about your meat, fam. I like the sauce.
The only question that offends me is when someone asks for salt or pepper. Beforehand though, they don't even taste the food. There's so much goddamn salt and pepper in this thing.
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah.
I mean,
You're gonna
can't
go to the
look at
emergency
this
room.
and be
You're gonna
like,
have a heart
you know what?
attack.
Yeah.
If you don't need any more, and I'm a salt head, so believe me, I salt the shit out of everything.
Yeah, no, I typically will add sauce. I mean, even if it's, and I can respect a good meat pause, but like I just like the sauce. I like
taste the meat first, and then get your sauce on there. That's cool. Taste the meat first. Taste it. That's all we're saying.
I taste it through the sauce pause.
Yeah, come on, man. No. You don't even know how them flavors balance.
Well, then
out.
just
You know
let
what
I
mean?
don't
Maybe
need
a
the
little-
balance. What I
maybe
need,
a little
what I
less sauce,
need
maybe
is
a little
for
more,
this to be good to me.
And
like
if it
what
needs
I'm
sauce,
eating now,
doesn't mean
I
it's
need
bad
it to be good
barbecue.
to me.
Yeah, that's
I'm not a critic. I'm not a food critic. I'm not going there. I'm not writing a review. I will just tell people, yo, that shit was good as fuck. I won't be like, yo, I put sauce on it. No, I'm just gonna tell them it was good as fuck. Like, it's for me. So I generally take my table off in the cut, away from where people can see me, because I've offended several people by putting sauce on meats, and they like, why you putting sauce on this? Because motherfuckers, it's a rib. I know ribs with sauce.
I never get offended.
follow his
I think I've only been
listening right
offended
now.
once, and that was last Thursday at a lunch last week, and someone returned a whole plate of food to me and said they didn't like the way it tasted. And that's the first time it's happened in 6 years.
shit.
And I gladly gave them their money. I don't care. I want my customers to be happy.
How
You
much
give
of
your
it
money
did they
back.
eat? How much of it did they eat?
I'm not even sure. I was so busy.
You got
I
to
didn't
be
even
sure
look.
of that.
I didn't
Said
even look.
they ate 50.
It was.
Not the sandwich, but like the sides, definitely.
Oh, they crushed the sides.
All right, so they should pay. They should.
Half the mac and cheese.
But look,
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
mean,
look.
she gotta give you at
I'm
least
gonna-
25%.
No,
of the
I don't
ticket
even. No,
price.
I don't even want that person. Look, I would be happier giving you your money back and tell all your friends you don't like it. Tell none of them to come. I don't care.
Man.
Nah, nah. She gotta give you a quarter of that ticket price, because it don't take half of it to know you don't like
A
it.
couple
It's like
bites.
an hour later.
An hour later.
So I used to work in a grocery store, and I learned that people play the return game to the maximum. Like they play that shit strong.
Yeah.
Like they know all the ins and outs, all the rules.
AKA the customer's always right game.
Yeah. That's the worst thing anybody could ever say, because customers wrong at least
See, no,
78%.
I love all my customers. I wouldn't be out there with any of them. But there's some people that you just have to, honestly, sometimes you have to be afraid to not fight. Like, you have to not be afraid to fire a customer. I will fire a customer in a second.
Respect.
Especially on the catering end.
Respect.
No, you have to be able to do that.
Yeah. I still want to get that money though. Yeah, I mean, like you owe me that.
You know
You
what?
already paid.
As long as the product's
You
there
already
and
paid.
the quality's there, there'll be
Everything
another $1 down the road.
You already paid, fam. Anything I give you back, it's a gift because you ate half of that shit. You can get a whole check back. You ate half.
I don't want $8 for headaches. I don't.
That's true, but you gotta reach one, teach one. They gotta learn a lesson. It's not so much about the money for me. It's you got because people play this game consistently. Like I'm in this when I worked at the grocery store, like people played this game consistent, and they wouldn't even go to different grocery stores. They would just come back to the same fucking grocery store and play the same game over and over again. And per policy, you had to return the shit. And I'm just like you didn't really have a problem with this. You really just took what you needed for that night and then basically ate for free. Now that's not the same as with a restaurant, obviously,
that's
but
where I work
she got
better.
a little bit full. She got a little
Yo,
because you
she
give
got-
healthy
she got-
portions.
yeah, she had a snack.
You
Yeah,
give
she
you
had a
got
snack.
you give healthy portions. Like you wouldn't need a whole plate of a Blowfish barbecue. You know what I'm saying, dinner to be full. Like
I couldn't finish a whole plate, so anyone that can, God bless you.
she ate what she was full, and then she came back like, "Yo, let me tell you something. Right here, the meat was not tender. I'm gonna need all this back. You need this whole tab back."
Well, I'm gonna need some of this. So apparently you brought this aged brew here, and we're wrapping
Yeah,
up. So I would
yeah,
like
we're wrapping
to,
up. Yeah, well, we
maybe
got a couple
crack
things.
into it.
Yeah, let's crack that before we wrap up. We got a couple other things.
Man,
I didn't want to dig too
How
hard in
big
the
do you
cellar.
think we are? He said we got a couple other things.
like shit,
We are
got
combined
more?
278 pounds.
Well, maybe.
The table about to break.
I
Like,
know. That's it.
shit.
I got kids to
Go,
raise.
go bigger,
Like,
go
I'm trying
home.
to be as manly as I can on this motherfucker. Like, give me more, but I'm like, shit.
I feel sorry for this second cast, dog.
Everything's bigger at
I
Blowfish.
hope this second podcast got a hella personality.
They gonna have to bring the pizzazz out this motherfucker because
Woo! But you got to age. This is a great way to
They
end
might-
on age beer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, aged beer. So we're gonna finish it on. I was gonna dig deeper, but I dug pretty light.
you dug fairly deep in this, from my
it's
understanding.
sitting on top. I was sitting on top. We're gonna go through a
Soft
small
flex.
flex.
Soft flex. Soft flex.
We're gonna go for a 2009 Dogfish Head 120.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, the Dogfish 120.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
all the Dogfish stuff ages well. And shout out to Sam. Sam is the man.
Shout out to Sam. What did they just
the
combined
Boston
with,
beer,
with
Boston beer.
Sam? You know what I mean?
And Dogfish is the majority shareholder in the state.
Yeah.
So shout out to Sam.
I mean, it's because, from my understanding, it's because of Sam Adams that Pennsylvania is like the largest.
Oh, it's a beast. I mean, it's
between like Yingling, fuck Yingling, and Sam Adams is like that's a whole lot of beer being produced, right? That's the main producers, or whatever.
I mean, Sam Adams, for what they do, I've knocked them for a lot of years. To me, I consider it airport beer because any airport I show up in, I know it's gonna be every Fridays I ever go to. So that's always it's a reliable
There's a
kind
place
of. It's
for
not.
that.
It's
But
a
there's a
reliable
place
kind
for
of
that.
knock.
Listen, Boston Lager,
I know.
you know what I mean? It's the thing. It's a solid. I'm not knocking Sam at all.
For me, the first beers that I ever really not first beers, but like Sam Winter and the Lager, like in the summer, those were beers that back in the day I definitely thoroughly enjoyed, for sure. So I mean, it's good to see that they're gonna bring more Dogfish and more Sam Adams than everywhere else through them. I mean, that's basically what's gonna happen.
I very much enjoyed the Sam and the Dogfish. Very much more the Dogfish side of things and all their weird shit that they be doing over there. So yeah, shout out to that. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's the year of 2009, and that's a 09 beer. So that's like a 10-year-old beer. I don't know if I've ever had a 10-year-old beer before. So this is gonna be a first for me.
I got some older that we can
The
get
one
to
you brought
day.
was what, 3 years?
3, yeah, that's just about the longest I've aged one. And then I think I know Jared brought in from Grown Up Human Comedy People. He brought in like a 4-year-old quad, the Weyerbacher quad. So I mean, that was about the oldest that I've had thus far. And then he brought another 4-year-old.
Look, he
120.
Brought his own little cup.
So yeah, that's
Well, I got a bunch of 2006s we can get into one day. Dogfish Head 4, which is one of the best beers I've ever had in my life. And actually, I mean, with Fresh Fest coming up, I should probably do a pairing with my old friend Garrett there.
Yeah,
It's been many years. I mean, it's because we've talked about something years ago, so maybe we should get that going.
Yeah,
But this is we're gonna start off.
We wouldn't stand in the way of it.
yeah.
This is,
we wouldn't discourage that.
so this is going to be our second drink before our exit drink.
No, okay. Okay, we got to. All right.
Come on, look.
We should have scheduled.
Come on,
Dave.
Dave.
Too.
Dave, we can go for 2 hours.
Woo. No, 2 of 2, like second episode. We
will have to do a part 2 at some point.
He brought us the Jello shot.
Hey, anytime. Me and Steve will come out anytime and grace the presence. You all right, man?
He brought us the Jello shot cups for this.
Yeah. Buzzy, get in on here.
Hey, Buzzy. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Dogfish taking over
cheers.
for the 99 and the 09 and the 19.
I don't got you're out of this, so hold on. If I switch lenses,
I could have moved.
this will get everyone in.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So 2009, we're starting to get some of that plum and some things shining through there. I mean, it's not the IPA that was brewed 10 years ago by any means. But, Dogfish, the big one, they age with the best of them.
Oh.
So, I mean, we still have tons of growers here.
That's an IPA?
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of plum and raisin. Yeah.
Yeah, that raisin is crazy.
Yeah. I get a lot of the plum. Well, hold on, that raisin's coming. Okay.
So why, Steve? Why age beer?
I mean, I guess I haven't had a whole lot of aged IPAs, to be honest with you. But and I think the majority of people that would drink this would never. Well, no one would think this was an IPA because it's not an IPA anymore.
At
because
this point.
hops are the first thing to go for sure.
Yeah.
This is like a barley wine. It tastes
For
like,
sure, yeah, it's more barley wine. Yeah, for a lot of like barrel aged beers and stuff, for sure. The bitterness mellows, and you want the hops to mellow, and you get more of this plum raisin that comes out, which is oxidation, which can be good for certain beers. Other beers, not so much, or I think majority of beers, not oxidation is not so good.
20% alcohol. Smooth.
But yeah, high alcohol stuff that you want to try to drink like sherry or something like that. Then yeah, oxidation can be nice.
Yeah, I always hear oxidation as like a bad thing. Like, I mean, like just sit in a can or something too long or whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to eat buttery beers. It's not good.
I don't know if that was buttery.
Wait,
but
buttery?
It was good.
Is that diacetyl?
Yeah,
is that makes it? You know what I mean, the butter popcorn and shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, but that's like brewed into some beers purposely, right? Like some like wheats or Berliners.
Like some Czech Pilsners actually have a little bit of diacetyl in it. Like
Yeah.
Pilsner Kel has just a slight amount. I mean, they try to ride that fine line where sometimes it tastes like honey, sometimes a little buttery, but seems more honey-like when it's done well, I think. But yeah.
Wow, that is.
We ready to ride this in the sunset or what?
All right, man. What are we doing? Let's go. Let's get to the dang.
I'm still tripping off that being an IPA.
It's like no hops. Like, I mean, it's.
Well, thanks for having me and Steve. We weren't coming without it, so. Hey.
The VSOP. Henny.
I've never bought a bottle in my life, but I figured I'd make a stop.
The Henny.
I knew where I was coming.
Life is a no.
I was coming.
Well, welcome.
You just really solidied that episode 2 or 2 ain't going to be worth it.
Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways for starting the trend.
Yeah, and then people keeping it going. Man, I would do Henny and barbecue.
For players.
I would do Henny and this barbecue any day. Man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, but Friday's my day off.
Yo, this has been a very nice Memorial Day Sunday.
Yeah, this is made up for.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Man, I appreciate, all of this lovely spread.
I appreciate you guys having us, and appreciate all the drinking podcast partners, listeners.
You all do.
Yeah, shit. I hope y'all still awake because we barely awake on this motherfucker. We got the itis. If y'all listening, I hope y'all ain't listening to this while y'all was driving.
Listen to the next episode. It'll come through. The quality of food and drink that's here. We can't do it justice though. I mean, and we're joking about it a lot, but we literally cannot do justice the quality of food and beverage in front of us.
No,
that Cajun fucking mac and cheese.
Cajun brisket is really good.
The brisket mac and cheese is really good.
That shrimp though has
the shrimp.
The shrimp is.
Mac and cheese.
Shrimp just has a special place in my heart.
Is to get something unique and for it to be so good.
No, I appreciate it, guys.
And then we're pairing it with really good beer. We're gonna
And
end it
and a
with
really good
yak.
aperitif.
End it with a really good yak.
Yak. So I guess
While
I
I
guess
pour this, we can let the people know.
so tell us, I guess, just before we get out, just one, what's the future of Blowfish BBQ and Roundabout? I mean, what are you guys looking forward to in 2019 and into 2020?
Well, for Blowfish BBQ, we have a lot of stuff in store. I think we're just hitting our stride. As far as barbecue, we didn't want to be that hot place that just opened this summer. So really, honestly, it's going to be a long time coming, but I can't wait to see 20 years from now. I want to make legendary barbecue, and I want to put Pittsburgh on the barbecue map. And until then, we're going to continue to keep doing awesome stuff with Steve every week, whether it's at the Pop-Up Garden or down on 49th Street in Butler at the main brewery or any other new place that Steve might be grabbing here soon. Steve keeps talking about production one of these days. So, I know he'll get there, and I know we're all going to do good things and all work with each other as we have already the past 5-6 years. So, good things, big things, and more to come.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep it simple. Keep making hopefully fresh, quality beer. Pair it with amazing food like Hootie's. Have it down on the Ohio River on the weekends. But
That's a winning formula. Winning formula.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I ain't mad at that.
So where can the listeners find each of your respective businesses, individuals, etc.?
I am anywhere on the interwebs at Blowfish BBQ. Just Google us.
Google
me, bitch.
Hashtag only want a BBQ. That's us. So we're out there on the streams, and we're going to start kicking out more. YouTube channel coming soon.
Nice.
Yeah, roundaboutbeer.com. We're at in Lawrenceville, 49th and Butler, right across from the cemetery. And I also live across from a cemetery, which is kind of odd. And then the beer garden. Check
Because you
that
out
out.
here killing the game.
Okay.
You gotta
Bring it
have
home, Dave. Bring it roundabout.
But then the beer garden's down 1836 Oxline Street, down near Casey Industrial Park. Bike Museum, Get Hip Records is right around the corner there. So it's a beautiful space if the weather's nice. So.
Nice.
They let the people know where they can find us and where they can identify our bodies as they. I don't know if we're going to make it.
If you're looking for us, we probably in the ER. If not, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod.
Hey, listen, we want to thank our guest Steve and Hootie for coming through,
Thanks for
blessing
having
us.
guys.
Thank you
for taking a
Let's-
listen, guys. Out there on our podcast.
I want to throw out there, you can also find Blowfish BBQ and Roundabout at Fresh Fest. FreshFestBeerFest.com, August 10th, Nova Place, Pittsburgh, PA.
It's going to be special. And you guys, honestly, first year festival, hats off to you guys because you guys did a fucking amazing job. And thanks for making me part of it. So can't wait for year two.
That's off to the people. Like, we bring individuals like yourself, like Steve in. I mean, if you have this level of quality at a festival, the festival's going to pop. We have this level of quality sitting on the table right now. Day and I are independently trying to figure out how we're going to split this. Yeah, we're not going to say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud. We definitely try to figure out how we're going to split this.
If you're listening to the podcast, the food's already gone.
We're trying to figure out who got containers, who got like...
True. I'm like, with aluminum at?
But as always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family, and we out here.
Peace.